So in this video, we are going to plan for your 2024 permanent residency. Hey guys, welcome back again to our channel. My name is Coach MC and you are watching Esli Canada. And it's almost end of the year, only a few hours left and we are going to approach 2024 and most of our students or our viewers are now planning to go to Canada to study and some of you guys are about to graduate. So I'm going to share with you this information about permanent residency, what's in store for you after graduation. And I'll be giving you some provinces that are ideal for international students. So first is for our incoming students who are about to apply here for the student visa. It is important to take note the in-demand occupations here in Canada. We have already made so many videos about it in our channel. You can watch it after this one. But yes, it is important to take note the in-demand occupations that will help you get your permanent residency after graduation. Some of the popular occupations that you might want to check are in healthcare like nurses, pharmacy assistant, personal support worker, or in engineering, IT professionals, agriculture, or in transportations. Those are the occupations that they're currently prioritizing here right now in Canada. So it is important when you're taking a program, you want to take those programs related to those industries so that it will give you the edge to get into those fields. And it is important that you have to know if you can afford to study here for 2 years. For some people, they can't because of the new proof of funds requirement that's set by IRCC. So if you can only study for 1 year, then it's important that you have to know which province will be able to allow you to get your permanent residency by having just 1 year postgrad work permit. So now let's talk about the best provinces for international students this coming 2024. First is British Columbia. What I like about BC is that they have the scoring factors. It's easy for me to know if I will be getting the invitation to apply or not after graduation. So I would highly suggest you create an account with the BCPNP just to see what's your standing in BCPNP after graduation. And one thing that I like about BCPNP is that it is ideal for mature students. If you can notice in their scoring factors, they do not have the age factor. And then if you are going to study or settle outside Metro Vancouver, you have better chances of getting that invitation to apply for your permanent residency. Our next one is Alberta. So Alberta is ideal for students because of the low cost of living. So the GSC is only 5%, which is pretty low compared in Ontario, which is 13%, right? And also the rent prices in Alberta is still low compared with Vancouver and Toronto. And when it comes to your permanent residency, the only catch here is that it is not easy to understand compared with the BCPNP, which you will have the scoring factors. With Alberta, you have to make sure that you meet the 300 points in express entry if you want to get in through the Alberta express entry. So if your age is, let's say, 48 years old or 45 years old, which 0 in your age, then sometimes you have to gain 1 year Canadian experience so that you can get invited for the permanent residency. And also, it is important that when it comes to Alberta Opportunity Stream, you have to make sure that you take a 2-year diploma or a postgrad 2-year diploma or postgrad certificate so that you can be eligible for the Alberta Opportunity Stream. So for Alberta Opportunity Stream, you only need to take 6 months work experience inside Canada. So those are your options in Alberta. So even if you're going to gain experience for at least 1 year or 6 months, it's still easier compared with the OINP in Ontario. And one thing that I like about Alberta, just like in BC, they also have the tech pathway. So for tech pathway, sometimes you don't need to gain 1 year Canadian experience. So one best example here is our students in SLE. They arrive in Canada with their spouse, and the spouse is under the tech pathway. So they arrive in January 2023, and then they officially got their permanent residency this month, December 2023. So it took them 1 year to get their permanent residency in Canada. We are actually gonna have a live podcast episode with that student in SLE this coming January 3rd. If you wanna attend that episode and chat with us live, you can register in the link in the description box. But MC, what if my program is just 1 year? I only have 1 year postgrad work permit, or my occupation is not part of the category-based selection in the express entry, or it's not really in tech pathway. Now, consider moving to Saskatchewan or Manitoba or Atlantic provinces, because those provinces, they have easier PR pathway for you. So I have few students, even my batchmates or my friends in Atlantic, they can get the invitation to apply even if they're just working at the restaurant. It's a low-skill job, but they can still be able to apply for their permanent residency. But the question is, are you willing to move there? Are you willing to settle in a rural province like Saskatchewan or Manitoba or Atlantic? So every province in Canada, they have pros and cons. So you really need to weigh which one do you want to prioritize, which one are you willing to sacrifice, right? Now I'll give you quick tips when you are applying for permanent residency. Number 1, get all your documents ready. The main reason why some of my students in SLE can get their invitation to apply or get their PR within a year from the moment they arrive in Canada, because they have complete documents for the permanent residency and they're aware which pathway they're going to apply. So that's number 1. Number 2 tip is practice for your IELTS or CELPIP in Canada. Prepare for your English exam, because that one is a big factor when you are also going to immigrate. If you know that you're not really good in English, then consider the Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Atlantic. They have one of the lowest band scores that they require when it comes to permanent residency. But if you feel like, oh, I will be able to get high score in IELTS, then consider Ontario, Alberta, British Columbia. But if you know that your English proficiency is in CLB 5 or CLB 4 or 6, check Saskatchewan, Atlantic, and Manitoba. Those are the best provinces for incoming international students here in Canada for 2024, and those are the tips that I can give you when you are preparing for your permanent residency. So let me know in the comment section which province are you interested in, which one are you eyeing for. Thank you guys for supporting SLE, watching us throughout the year of 2023, and I'm excited to be with you in your journey for 2024. So I'll see you next year. Paalam! Bye-bye!